What's up, everyone? Hello and welcome to my Cowboys family. Trying to get in my football mode here, my Cowboy mode. Watching the Thursday night game here. Miami Dolphins at the Baltimore Ravens. What's up, Easy Board TM? You can hear me today, right? Good. Uh, wow. So watching this game, it's 0-0, guys, in the first quarter, with 9:18 left. So let me check this. What's up, Wolf Rider? What you doing? Let me make sure this is going to be okay. Hopefully you guys can hear me. What's up, Ancient Brooks? If you watched the earlier stream, Ice H2O. If you watched good. I'm glad it's good. Awesome. Make sure you guys hit like. Don't forget, if you're new, hit subscribe and hit the little notification bell so you get these nightly live streams. So guys, sound check is good. Good to go. If you saw the earlier stream we had tonight, we had actually two streams earlier. One was a breaking news. Kellen Moore, bye-bye, no more. So that's fantastic. But we also have had Little J play Rack City's Browns in a very exciting game. I feel bad for Little J. Kind of blew it at the end there. It was on a borderline of field goal. Could have taken the lead. It was a holding call. Something she couldn't help, and it took out her field goal range, and that really ended up eventually costing. But she still blew the game. A couple of people here blew some games, some real good games, and they all are on these streams. So check them out if you get a chance, guys. Let's see here. So we're going to talk about a lot of things, and starting off with Kellen Moore, guys. I mean, that's all right. Awesome job, guys. Thank you. Yeah, Kellen Moore, guys. First and foremost, we should be kind of celebrating right now. Exactly, Ancient Brooks. No more Kellen Moore, and that is relief for all the fans here that are Dallas Cowboy fans. What's up? What's up, T? How you doing? Really? Well, that's for fantasy, I guess, or for the league. I'm not sure. I know you're in bad shape over there in my Cowboys family. In our Madden PlayStation 4 league. But anyways, I want to talk about the news of the day, and for the Dallas Cowboys, and that's Kellen Moore, quarterback, guys. Of course, he was our backup last year. He was the backup this year, supposedly. Cooper Rush did fantastic in the preseason and training camp. He's just come to life. He just seems like a better quarterback. We know that Kellen Moore needed to show a lot, and he didn't show anything. So, we expected this a lot earlier than when it happened, which was today. Even as shortly ago as the Montre Moore release, where we picked up some really unknown defensive end and signed him to the practice squad, and then we moved what's his name today? We moved Blake Jarwin, guys, our tight end, off the practice squad onto the 53 and cut Kellen Moore. So that was the thing. Now I love the fact that Moore is gone. Trust me, but don't get too happy yet, guys, because you know what's going to happen, right? Brenda Jane, good job, congratulations on winning in Madden. Yeah, I know. I heard you say that, T, about your two guys getting injured. But let me stay on track here, guys. Blake Jarwin, tight end, fourth tight end now. Of course, Rico Gathers. We're going to talk about him too. But he got moved into the starting 53. The Eagles were looking to get him, and I guess that's the reason why the Cowboys made that move. But I think it was a matter just of when to release Kellen Moore. Now, there's a lot of talk about him being kind of checking the rules on his eligibility on the practice squad, and he still has some left. So the plan is that tomorrow, probably around, I don't know, 2 or 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon tomorrow on Friday, there's going to be breaking news, and I'm not going to break that news, but guarantee, guys, if nobody else picks up Kellen Moore, which I don't see that happening, if nobody else picks up Kellen Moore, we're going to end up with him on our practice squad tomorrow afternoon. So expect that to happen tomorrow in the around 3 or 4 o'clock Eastern time for the Cowboys to announce that. So that's the big deal of the day, guys. Kellen Moore gone. At least even if he goes to the practice squad, at least he's not on the starting squad anymore. It's Cooper Rush's backup position, and who knows if he can do well in the future, or if he can't even. Hopefully, he won't have to show himself. But he'll be a trade bait bargain guy that we can get something for him, a quarterback. If we know we're going to stick with Dak, which we are for a long time. So I mean, that's the thing. You have two young quarterbacks. Do you really want to hinder Cooper Rush's career? And again, I know it's about the Cowboys, and I agree, but would you rather trade him away and get something big? Even as a quarterback, he's going to help a team. And he might be, he might be playing Dak in the Super Bowl one day. But the point is, do you need two young guys like this that have, again, someone like Cooper Rush, who we can see the potential. We know it's there, but it hasn't really been tested yet in over a series of games like Dak Prescott. So, maybe there's a time to, sell while he's hot, so to speak. Whether not this season, but I'm talking about next year and so on. So, something to think about, guys. Just want to throw it out there. Yes, I know 7-0. Baltimore is beating the Miami Dolphins, which, by the way, and I do have a pool every week that I do, and I keep track of all my picks. I did 13-2 last week, guys. So if you listen to my picks, you should have done well. 13-2 of my picks last week. I picked the Baltimore Ravens tonight against the Miami Dolphins. I do think it's going to be close. I almost picked Miami, but I just don't see enough offense from them. Their defense is pretty good. So, yeah, okay, no Eagle Trolls. Not yet, but either way, guys, Eagle Trolls, whatever you want to call them, they're Eagle fans, and, they're representing their team. Just let's keep it cool. We're Cowboy fans. We're up here, guys. Come on. Let's hold it down. Boomer Sooner, what's up? Vampire Prince, what's up? Rotus, hey, what's up? Jason Peya, what is up? Sorry, when I have fiance with me here, guys, doing this with me, and she'll be back probably tomorrow. Do a little spot work here with me, but we're not doing a live stream tomorrow because we have a Stranger Things 2 marathon. We're going to be doing that with the kids, and my daughter's friend as well is going to be here. She's a subscriber, so we'll see you tomorrow. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a big marathon. We're going to go from Friday night, and we're going to then do it again Saturday and finish up the last couple episodes of Stranger Things. It should be a lot of fun with the kids, and if you guys are familiar with the show, you'd know what we're talking about. So everybody, let's see here. Boomer Sooner. The Eagles will collapse like the 15. Well, again, I'm not going to say they're going to collapse. Right now, we're just a third into the season, the regular season, a quarter of the entire season if you look at the playoffs and Super Bowl. So a long way to go. What's up, Amy Can Fly? Nice to see you on there. My condolences to your Raiders, to your, my Cowboys family Raiders on Madden. Horrible loss. You guys got to check that one out. The Jets and Raider game. My condolences, Amy Can Fly. You'll rebound though. You're 1-1. Rhoda's time to beat the Deadskins. Exactly. And we're going to talk a lot about the Redskins today. Time, bearing. I don't have much time today, guys. So if you already haven't, hit that like button and hit the subscribe if you're new. Hit the notification bell because tomorrow it's going to be go lives and breaking news kind of thing. It's not going to be a live stream like this, like I said. But on Saturday, we will commence to do the usual Saturday night Madden stream with the Redskins and Cowboys, breaking down both teams in detail. And what they need to do to beat us, what we need to do to beat them. So we're going to talk about that on Saturday night. Tomorrow it's going to be probably 2 or 3 little go-lives breaking news. So let me jump right to the news, guys, starting today. First off, some fun stuff. Dak Prescott, okay, his popularity is obviously continues to rise. Even though everyone was saying he started slow. His numbers are fantastic, better than last year's, guys. And he's officially, so between March 1st and August 31st, Prescott has the most total sales of any player in the league, okay, meaning jerseys, officially licensed player merchandise. Ezekiel Elliott is number 2 with merchandise, guys, in sales. It's crazy. It's a quarterly report, and they both are 1 and 2. Okay, guys. Over the last 5 reports, the Cowboys have had 3 players in the top spot. With Prescott, like now, Zeke was the last one before Prescott, and then before him was Des Bryant in the last 5 quarters. So that's crazy, guys. That's crazy. The Cowboys are a money-making machine. NFL should be bowing down to us on a consistent basis, not throwing Ezekiel Elliott under the bus and trying to make him an example for their failed domestic violence policies and mistakes. Back to football. Left tackle Tyron Smith, guys, today at practice, he was back. Now, granted, he was limited, guys. He was not doing much. He has still back tightness, as usual, with Tyron Smith, our left tackle, our blindside guy. Right now, the Eagles lost theirs, and the Redskins are about to lose theirs. We need to keep ours, and he's on that brink of injury, so we need to make sure he's going to be good. He had limited practice. He'll play. I'm pretty assured he's going to play, but we have Chaz Green as backing him up in case he needs to jump in there. So he sat out Wednesday with a vet day / the back hip injury pain. He had back tightness and a hip strain. But he was back today in a limited sense. Linebacker Kyle Wilbur, guys, number 51. He's more of a special teams guy. He'll play linebacker against the Rams when we had no linebackers. So, and I think he also played last week. And he took a couple reps, snaps against the Niners when we brought in our backups. He took some reps at defensive end. Kyle Wilbur, number 51. He was not at practice today with his knee injury. Kicker Dan Bailey, we all know he's going to be gone for at least a couple weeks with his groin injury. They were missing from the open portion of practice this morning. So I just wanted to give you guys a quick rundown of how kind of the day went for the Cowboys and their practice, their practices. Now, you guys all know about Dan Skipper, right? You guys remember Dan? I mean, we all liked him. I liked him. I think the Cowboys made a mistake, not necessarily on the practice squad. He was re-signed. He was signed off of the practice squad around week 3 or 4, I think. Maybe it would have been nice to bring him up to the 53 because the Detroit Lions, they took him. They put him on the practice squad, and now they called him up, guys. So the Detroit Lions now have Dan Skipper. He's 6 foot. Is he 6'10"? I think that's what his height is. 6'10", left or right tackle, Dan Skipper, which is, a position where we can have established him in our right tackle eventually. La'el Collins could have moved to that left guard spot, and oh boy. If Skipper could have been anything like Doug Free or a little, without the penalties, we would have been set. But he is now an active 53 on the Detroit Lions. So, guys, congratulations to him. Unfortunately for us, we don't have him anymore. The big man is in Detroit. Again, guys, that Dan Bailey, Kyle Wilbur, the only absentees in practice. Tyron Smith was back on the field. Chido, now, he's the one that I really want to see back out there. I need him being a rookie. I think I need him out there. I want to see him running around. I want to see him not be injured on a consistent basis with his hamstring. Well, he was out there, guys, at the practice, especially the open portion, which is good news, guys. But he's been like that the last 2 weeks. He's been out there in the open portion. He's been out there rehabbing and doing this thing. Unfortunately, he did not practice today. Chido, I'm gonna say he's an inactive, guys. Put him on the inactive list, along with, of course, you usually would be. Cooper Rush, of course, now he's the backup, and it would be Kellen Moore, but he's not on the team. He'll be on the practice squad tomorrow. So, the guy who replaced him, okay, Blake, whatever his name is, the tight end we just pulled up, he's going to be Jarwin. He's going to be now at as one of the second inactive, okay, for sure. Other injuries on the Cowboys team, guys. Of course, Awuzie did not practice yesterday, did not practice today. Probably will not play, in my opinion. Dan Bailey's out with his groin. Maliek Collins, guys, that's the big one, okay? Maliek Collins, defensive tackle, number 96. He's been an active player. He's got, I think, 2.5 sacks. He's like our second or third sack guy. He plays inside. He really eats up the inside middle. With Paya gone, retired, we really need him in there. We have David Irving in there to help. We also have, Robert Ash, I think his name. I mean, I really like him. Number 76. He took up a lot of space. We also have Brian Price. But we need Maliek Collins in there, guys. He's a major piece of our defensive puzzle in the middle, and we need him in there. So he was not on the report yesterday, and we're going to talk about what happened to him in a minute. Justin Durant, his groin, he was limited yesterday, limited again today. We had him inactive last week, probably inactive again this week, just out of not really a need for him, with Jalen Smith playing the 15 to 20 snaps per game, which is what we want to do with him right now. We don't want him starting full time. Now, Sean Lee, he's on the injury report, but he was yesterday active with his hamstring. He was full participant. Today he was full participant. So both days he was a full participant, guys. No setbacks. He's there. He's playing full blast, along with Hitchens, of course, which is a big deal, guys. Tyron Smith, as we spoke about, his back and hip, did not practice yesterday, but he's upgraded to limited today, which is the good news on Tyron Smith. And Kyle Wilbur, like I said, his knee did not practice yesterday, did not practice today. Now, we're going to jump to the Redskins in a little bit. I wanted to say that defensive tackle Maliek Collins, he was added there. He had he has a foot injury, okay? He was limited in Thursday's practice. He's getting further tests, okay? And that's really the big thing. It's an unclear situation with Maliek Collins. He might be one of the inactives, unfortunately, in this upcoming game. And again, guys, as I said, with the whole Blake Jarwin situation, the reason we moved them up was only because the Eagles, yes, those Philadelphia Eagles, wanted to sign Blake Jarwin, and we were going to get rid of more anyways. This is a temporary thing, I think. A lot of things are going to come from what's going to happen with Rico gathers, I think, in the next week or so. So, obviously, we know Cooper Rush earned that backup position, And congratulations to him for being the full-time backup. And we all love that in Cowboy Nation. And just touch base on the whole Rico thing, guys. Real quick, everybody was always talking about Rico this, Rico that. He's, he was active to participate in practice last week, this week as well, of course. He has not been at practice. On top of that, the word has been that the reports have been that he's still suffering effects from the concussion today, as of today. So that's how bad these things are right now for him. And again, I don't know what that means for his future, even in football, but at least for this season, I see it highly in doubt. Now, the fact that the Cowboys got this tight end, moved them into the 53, I don't have a doubt that if they've worked on Blake Jarwin and they've worked on him for a couple, for some time, they want to kind of keep him on the squad. And I understand that, but if Rico can come back, then I think he's the one that's going to be gone. In some way, in a capacity. Of course, Philadelphia will probably pick him up. But it's interesting to note that we have 4 tight ends on our roster right now, on our active roster. Now, he'll be the inactive, I'm pretty sure, this week. Let me go through some of these comments, guys. I'm sorry about losing track. Again, fiance, when you're here, you help me so much, and I appreciate it. So let's see here. Again, I'm going to run through this here. Boomer Sooner, what's up? Vampire Prince, and Ice H2O. Rodus, Vampire Prince again. Boomer Sooner, I think that's where we left off here. And Amy Can Fly, what's up? Rodus, Cowboys need to continue to use Dez on short routes. I agree. He's got to use his body on short routes, and that's a big deal for Dez. Jason Paya says, Paya, why is Butler not starting over T. Will? Mainly because T. Will, well, first off, we paid him. The Cowboys paid him for 4 years. Okay, I don't know how many. I think it was $4 million for 4 years. That's a lot of money, but we only paid Rice 1 year. So maybe we're trying not to show him off too much, and maybe sign him to a contract somehow, keeping him on the Cowboys. But I think the secret's out on Bryce Butler. So that's going to be interesting what the Cowboys are going to do in the offseason, because he's one of the free agents. So Butler, not starting over T. Will. T. Will can block better than Bryce Butler on a consistent basis. Now, I'm not saying that he should start over him because of that, but because T. Will is more of a possession guy. He's more of a, 3-catch guy, maybe a touchdown with a nice tippy-toe catch. That's the kind of guy he is, T. Will. Bryce Butler is the bigger player, big play guy. He can make the bigger play. He can also be possession. He can do a lot more things, but he just doesn't block as well. So that's why I think you see T. Will right now starting, and also because of the contract. Cowboys Abroad, what is up? Much love to Cowboys Abroad. Thank you for joining us here again on another night. I know I love the information you provide us. Quante, what is up? What's up? Chido has not been healthy all season, and I'm right there with you. I know I'm worried about it. And again, guys, just hang in there with Chido. I have a lot of hope for him still. If he doesn't play this week, it's just a resting thing, guys. We're really trying to make sure he comes back and doesn't really hamper that hamstring anymore. Obviously, it's been an issue training camp. It's been an issue in the beginning of the season. It's been an issue now. So this is a consistent issue with him and his hamstring. Got to be careful with it. We'll see what happens, guys. So Quante says the Eagles are overrated. They beat anyone good. I do think that good is relative. When you're one of the better teams in the league, there's not many teams that are as good as you. So I mean, the Panthers are decent. The Redskins are a division rival. I'm impressed with what they have done, the way they played against the Chiefs. But it is still a third of a regular season. If you look over the overall span of a season, it's only a quarter through it, guys, if you include the playoffs and the Super Bowl, of course. So if you're a true, I know that a lot of Eagle fans are already booking their first round buys. I'm telling you right now, big issue. Do not think that way, especially you lost Jason Peters, and that is going to be a bigger hurt than I think most people even see yet. Whether it is directly on that left tackle position, or when they get help on that left tackle with a running back or someone, the right side becomes vulnerable. The middle becomes a little more vulnerable. So that's something to keep an eye on, especially with these next couple of weeks where they have games that they should win. Look at the Niners. They have a decent front line. Hopefully they're a little more intact than they were when they played us and they were really injured, but they were still out there. Let's see if those linebackers and those front line guys can do something against the Eagles and focus and now game plan with Jason Peters being out. So that's a big help for us in the sense that now they have a backup in that spot who is not going to be anything close to what they had there. And as they break down on the left side, that's going to make the other things more vulnerable as well. So that's something to keep an eye on. The Niners, then the very, very good defense, a very good defensive team, the Denver Broncos, are next to play, and they're both in Philly. So that's where the Eagles get a break. They don't have to play in Denver, but they still got to face that tough defense. So that's a defense that's going to attack them on all sides. And I think Wentz is gonna have trouble that game. That could be one of those upset losses. I think they should be 3-1. They'll lose to us. Hopefully, that'll be their one loss in the next 5 weeks. They have a bye week as well, and then they play the Bears when we play the Chargers on Thanksgiving. So a lot of stuff going around right now. A lot of things, but the Eagles are still very much catchable as far as the division is concerned. I'm not saying that it's easy. It's going to take a lot of things to work out, and we've got to play like a dominant team the rest of the season. But I do think that we have that chance, and I think the Eagles' schedule gets tough after that Bears game. That the next 5 games to end the season, tough for the Eagles. It's going to be very tough. And I think 3 of them are on the road. So things are going to change up for the Eagles too. But even more importantly, we need to win our games and set ourselves up. If we don't get the division, let's get that wild card, get into playoffs, get in the next season, which is the playoffs, get in that second season. And then let's beat the Eagles in the playoffs. That's what I want to do. So let's see here, guys. Hello Newman says, what's up? Just got here. What about Rico and Collins? Well, Maliek Collins, he was added on. This is for Hello Newman. Maliek Collins was added to the injury report today. He was limited. It's a foot injury. They're just trying to do tests and see what he can do and can't do. We'll see. I think we need him, but we do have Richard Ash. We do have Brian Price. And, of course, David Irving. We have Crawford that can play in there sometimes. And we can also put in Taco in there. I'm talking about the defensive tackle, the middle spot, the 1, 2, or 3 technique. And all those spots there, we have enough guys. If something major happened to Maliek, which would be a big major blow to the Cowboys, trust me. I'm not saying it's that we need to see that, but I like the way some of these backups played against the Niners. But I will say that it would be a major blow if we don't have Maliek Collins in this game. It's his foot injury. They're going to know more tomorrow. They're going to do some tests. He was limited at practice, but he was on the injury report, and he was still out there. So at least to me, maybe that's a good sign. As far as Rico gathers, still suffering the effects from the concussion as of today. He was eligible to practice last week. Could have practiced this week. Next week he becomes eligible to be activated, and I think we have 2 or 3 weeks before we have to make a final decision on that. You can bet your booty that that's what the Cowboys are going to do. They're going to wait to the last moment to make a decision on that situation, mainly because there's no exact push need for him at this moment, and of course because of the fact that he's still suffering some of these effects from the concussion all the way back at the 3rd week of training camp. It's crazy, guys. It's over 2 months. That's a major thing. I hope he can continue his career. I hope this doesn't, disable him from playing football for the rest of his life. So, obviously the best for him. But that's what I've been hearing. That he's still suffering the contact. This could just be Cowboys, stuff getting pushed out there so we can keep him on the IR. It's kind of a subjective thing with the concussion protocol, and he's seen double vision. Yeah, he's kind of dizzy today. I don't know. So we don't know the specifics on that, but hopefully he's okay, and hopefully he'll be back soon. If he does come back, I think Blake Jarwin is the one that's probably the odd man out. But he's the one that's on the 53 right now because of Kellen Moore getting cut. So that's the deal right now, guys. Snug's old channel says we will trade T. Will during the offseason. That's a smart deal. I like that. That's why I think the Cowboys are trying to use him more often. I do think I see Dak connecting with him a lot this season, more than most season with Romo in the past. He's got 4 or 5 catches a game almost on a consistent basis with the Cowboys, except for a couple games. I do think that T. Will, some teams will have a need and want for him and will overpay for him. But that's the thing. He would have got that money in the offseason. That's what he went searching for, and he never found anything that would met what the Cowboys were willing to pay. They paid a little under for T. Will because nobody wanted to pay what T. Will was asking. So again, now we have him for this price. Teams probably wouldn't have signed them for this much, but we'll see, guys. Teams' needs change at every moment, week by week, minute by minute. There's a game on right now, and things change quick, so you never know. But I do agree, trading T. Will, his contract is not humongous. I think it's 4 years, $4 million a year, so $16 million total for over 4 years. Now it'll be over 3 years, and I don't know how it's broken down, but either way, he's definitely a tradable commodity. And then we can move. We got Baby Dez, Noah Brown. We got, of course, Bryce Butler. We have Switzer. We got these guys moving up into the depth chart. And, of course, Rico gathers eventually, hopefully, if he stays healthy and is okay from this concussion, taking over for old man Witten, but also being a receiving threat, not like a Hannah or a Swaim, but more like a Witten, but a even more like a receiver than a Witten. So Witten's like a possession guy. It's just a little different. I think Rico is more extending like a receiver, like a big T Will, something like that. Let's see here. Cowboys Abroad says these linebackers stacking up makes missing on Navarro painful. I agree. I agree with Durant and Kyle Wilber. Both these guys. Kyle Wilber didn't even practice his knee. So Kyle Wilber is probably not going to play. He's probably going to be inactive. And then you have Durant, who's, older, and he's had issues, staying healthy this season, every season. I mean, he's getting older. But again, I think they really took it easy with him in the offseason, which has helped. But he missed the last game, and I think it was just more of a convenience thing. So I see Durant, he was limited twice in a row. I think he'll be back to full strength. I hope that he'll be able to play. One of those two guys need to go be in the lineup at linebacker. So I agree with you, Cowboys Abroad. Yeah, I don't see a need either, Cowboys Abroad, at a tight end spot, unless it's Rico gathers. But either way, wasted roster spot easily can be cut. The Cowboys saw something in him and were working on him to try to work him into like maybe as another tight end. I don't know why. Either way, maybe they want to trade him to the Eagles. Who knows? I don't know. I don't know what they're trying to do, but they know the Eagles are trying to get him, and that's why they did that. That's the Cowboy coaches, guys. What are you going to do? The Cowboys front office staff, sometimes they don't, we don't know what the heck they're doing. Thoughts on Taco by Jason Pia says, what's thoughts on Taco? Taco, I think, I've said this multiple videos in the past, he's still, I consider him a project, a future project, like a short-term project / future product. And I think, I say future as in next year, I think you're going to see him really have I don't want to say breakout, that's a big word, but I want to definitely say he's going to have a bigger season next year. I think he's going to be more at the forefront of things. And also a lot of things depend what happens with Tyrone Crawford, with DeMarcus Lawrence, which, now it looks like we're going to have to re-sign him. These guys that are on the under contract, and we got to see what they're going to do. Benson Mayowa, who was inactive last week, supposedly, we don't know if something involving a fight with, that happened along with Demontre Moore, why he was suspended. What's up, DJ Crown J? What's up? Much respect for that. For you and Cowboys Abroad, for the donators of this crew, thank you so much. It's a Patreon account. Thank you guys that have donated through there. Got us another mic, and we're trying to get more stuff. So thank you. So let's see here, guys. I know you're a run game fan. I can see air raid coming with the Redskins banged up secondary, but Cowboys Abroad. That's an interesting outlook on that. They definitely are banged up. Actually, let's talk about the Redskins secondary here. Let me look real quick. So here I see Cowboys Abroad saying Dez and Bryce Beat have a big game. I can see that definitely happening. How do you get modded? I have you as a modder. I can do that for you, Ancient Brooks. I don't know if I can do it right now, though. Well, let me try to focus on this, but I'll try to mod you before the end of the stream, all right? Cowboys Abroad, Cole Beasley wanted Sterling. Cole Beasley wanted, yeah, I heard about that. Yeah, I don't know. I think we would have kept him in the first place if we really, really wanted him and needed him. Cowboys Abroad says, Mayowa can fill in for Collins, not too worried. Yeah, but Mayowa, he's inactive last weekend, and we don't know why. So we don't know what's up with that. Ancient Brooks, Irving can play on the inside, true. And that's what I'm saying. He will be playing on the inside. It'll be Irving, and it'll probably be, who would be the other guys? It would be him and Brent Price or him and Jonathan, Richard Ash. Those would be the starters if Maliek Collins is missing. So, guys, I already went through the Cowboys injury, guys. But let me go through some of the Redskin guys. Let's start with Josh Norman. So we talk about defense. Today, Josh Norman said, quote, "It was a good day." I guess he was quoting Ice Cube. They saw Josh Norman coming off the field on Monday. He was on track to play later this week. He just needs full clearance. He feels good to go. Guys, Josh Norman will be there. He will not be 100%, but he will be playing. As far as the other cornerbacks, you said about the passing game. Let's see who did not. Let's see. Brashard Breeland was a full participant again, so he's not injured. He's going to be playing. Zach Brown did not practice yesterday. He was in full practice today. Zach Brown, their linebacker. Deshazor Everett, the safety, is hamstring. He was limited yesterday, limited again today. Marion Foster, a linebacker, shoulder injury. Limited yesterday, limited today. They are banged up, so limited, they're just, this is a short turnaround week for them. They got a lot of injuries. They got 17 guys injured. Some of these guys are full, but some of these guys are going to be banged up out there like the Niners were. So I'm just jumping down to the defensive guys. Stephen McClure, safety, knee, hamstring, limited. Guys, limited again today. Fabian Moreau, hamstring. He was limited again today. So this is like their secondary. Definitely, like Cowboys abroad said, I'm looking here. I see the secondaries in pain. Montre Nicholson, shoulder. He was a full practice though, both days, yesterday and today, so he'll be in. Now Josh Norman, guys, we know rib. He was limited yesterday, limited again today, but as all reports point to him playing this weekend. And then Preston Smith, linebacker, groin injury, did not practice yesterday. Today he was upgraded to limited. So, you know, he might be out there. He might be available for them. And then, of course, we're going to jump onto the offensive side of things. Let's go with the running backs. Chris Thompson, he has a toe injury. Full practice yesterday, full again. Trust me, guys, he's their best running back. He's their receiving running back. We got to have to stop him. What's up, Cowboys 482? How you doing? Yeah, I know, Ancient Brooks. I thought I wanted Lewis Neal too, but I like what I saw from Richard Ashe that game. Watch that Law Nation video, guys. He disrupted a lot of things in there, and he was playing against starters. I like what he did out there. I definitely like what I saw from Richard Ashe. I like Lewis Neal better, but Lewis Neal is more of a defensive end. So keep that in mind. So let's see here. Okay, so Rob Kelly. All right, Fat Rob. His ankle, full practice again. So both running backs who were injured on the injured list here, both are full. So he crossed them off the list. No offensive injuries when it comes to their running backs. No receivers injured. Of course, no quarterback. So guys, there's only no tight ends injured. So like Josh Reed is going to be out there. Jordan Reed. They're all going to be out there doing their thing. Reed, what's his name from the Niners? Used to be from the Niners. Anyways, they're all going to be at the only position they have a problem on, guys. The only issue they're going to have is going to be where we need to take control, and that's going to be their offensive line. The Washington Redskins offensive line is battered, bruised, and beaten. So here we go, guys. Let me run these guys down. First, let me go with the backups, okay? Let me go with this guard, okay? Tyler Catalina. Concussion, limited, guys. Limited again today. So that's their depth. Let's see. We have their, let me see, is there any other depth on here? Yes, Ty Neshke, core muscle injury. Did not practice yesterday, did not practice today. So already two guys in bad shape, and that's just their depth. Now, let's go to their starters, guys. We know that Trent Williams, the left tackle, their blindside guy, their Tyron Smith, all pro. He's their best lineman. They already said basically he's not going to practice the rest of the season. He's basically going to be out until, every practice until the game. He's going to be basically game time decision every week. So he's still a game time decision. He did not practice at all, the left tackle. And I'm not really sure who's their backup, if it's going to be Ty, who's also hurt, another guy they have in their team. So Trent Williams, knee injury, he's been battling this the whole season. He's going to play, but he's going to be hurt. Then let's roll over to the Brandon Sheriff. Their guard, guys. He's a really good player. I think he's an all-pro as well. He has a knee injury, really bad knee sprain, I think. Also a back injury. He did not practice yesterday. He did not, again, practice today. He did say he was going to play. That's what he said, but I don't know. It looks like a lot of injuries on him. Let's move on to the center, Spencer Long, okay? He has a knee injury and another knee injury. He has left knee injury. He has right knee injury. Did not practice yesterday. Did not practice again today. He also said he thinks he's going to play. Again, short turnaround week, not practicing. These two guys not practicing, this center, this tackle. This center and this guard, and also Trent Williams not practicing. That's a weakness I smell, don't you? And guys, there's even another guy here. I think he's on the list. Let me see. Yes, the other tackle, their right tackle, guys, Morgan Moses. Okay, he has 2 sprained ankles. It even hurts me. I know we're playing them, and it's not funny. It's crazy that one guy has 2 sprained knees, the other guy has 2 sprained ankles, the other guy has a sprained knee and a sprained back. I feel bad for them. And other guys are a sprained knee for the whole season. It's just crazy. So this other tackle, Morgan Moses, he also said he wants to play. Both ankles are sprained. He's limited yesterday. Today he did not practice. So that's not good news for the Redskins front line. And, that's something that we have to think about attacking. As the Cowboys, Marinelli, as the defense is concerned, it's obvious. It's obvious what we do. We attack. There's only one thing to do in this situation. You have to attack that front line. You attack, again, the running game for the Niners. For the Niners. I'm sorry. I apologize. The running game for the Washington Redskins is little to non-existent at all. So, and the reason I say that is because they really don't run Kelly that much. They don't run for the big yards with Chris Thompson. They really use him as another passing weapon, another receiving weapon. So again, remember, guys, I see him being used in the passing game a lot. I hope the Cowboys, and I know the Cowboys will be ready to stop him with the linebackers we have, Sean Lee and Hitchens. We're going to be able to definitely keep our eyes on him. He's very speedy, very fast. Got to corral him and make sure you make those good tackles, not a Jeff Heath tackle, no arms. You got to wrap your arms. Sean Lee and Hitchens will do that. But more importantly, again, we need Maliek Collins in there. We need David Irving in there, just wrecking things the way he did the last couple of weeks. And of course, DeMarcus Lawrence, the way he's been doing it the whole season, the sack leader of the whole NFL. So you see what we're talking about, these three guys here up in the front. And Maliek Collins, if he plays, that'll be three guys out of the four. And the other guy will be still Tyrone Crawford, who I think is our second leading sack guy. So, we have these four guys up front. And even Jonathan Ash coming to life the way he has. I mean, I think he could do some disrupting. I feel good about the way that our front line, our defense, matches up to the Washington Redskins' very hurt offensive line. I think a lot of lateral kind of attacks by the front line, by the linebackers as well, when it comes to the running game, when it comes to attacking them when they're in the pocket. Make them move. Make the Redskins linemen move around, stretch them out, make them go laterally, side to side. And that's where we get them, guys. Their knees and their ankles are all just sprained up and banged up, and one guy's back is all torn up. Another guy's not practicing the rest of the season. He's just going to play on game day. Guys, and they're good. They are good linemen, but they are injured and they are hurt and they are broken, like the San Francisco 49ers defensive players were last week. This is what's happening to the Redskins offensive line. Nope, not really anybody else. Again, I do agree Cowboys abroad. The coverage definitely banged up as well for the Redskins. I think DJ Swearinger is probably one of their better guys left that's at full health in the defensive backfield. But Norman and everybody else back there is all banged up, bruised up. So, they're definitely in a I would say the Redskins are definitely in a difficult situation with their defensive backs, but even a much, much worse situation with their offensive line. 4 out of 5 starters banged up bad. I mean, I don't know how many are going to start. And also, I don't know about, their depth. I named 3 guys on their depth chart that are also injured, and some of them didn't even practice. So, I don't know what they're going to do. I'm not really sure what their game plan is going to be if these guys are either injured or really, really in pain, cannot play at all or play very limitedly. That would only help the Cowboys, and that would help stop their passing game. And, of course, guys, don't ever forget, running the ball is first and foremost. We run the ball, establish a ground game, pound that rock, control the clock, score touchdowns, not field goals, and I think our defensive front does the rest. And I say the front, I mean the front 4 plus the linebackers, usually Lee and Hitchens, mainly those 2. And then Jalen Smith later on in the game when we're blitzing them and they're tired and their front line is tired. On top of being tired, they're broken. They got sprained ankles and knees. And they're going to be that much more tired in the third quarter. And Jalen Smith's going to be that much more, ready to roll and just zoom in there with speed and agility, which, again, he'll be fresh off the bench. He won't be playing much in the first half. That's what the Cowboys and Marinelli wanted to do with him in the first place this season. Now they're finally able to do it with a healthy Hitchens and a healthy Sean Lee. So, good play right now in this game, guys. This Miami Dolphins at Baltimore Ravens game. Last I saw it was 7-0. I'm sure the score has changed. I'll let you know what the update is in a minute. And first, let me say, Weapon X, what's up? How you doing? All right. It is 10-0 Baltimore with 11:20 left. I'm going to run through my picks here in a minute, guys. I do agree. Let me see. Anthony Mixon, how you doing? I'm going to run through these real quick. We want Martellus Bryant, Ancient Brooks. Not so fast. Don't want him yet. We don't want Martellus Bryant because we have so many receivers already. We don't need any more. Cowboys 42 defense needs to play like monsters. Let the paramedics sort them out. I agree. I mean, look, I'm not saying that injuries, whatever, they happen to every team, but the Redskins, they're weak right now at their front line, their offensive line. That's where we need to attack. If we do that, when you take no prisoners, let everything, the chips fall where they may, I think we end up winning. If we attack them there and we control the clock and run the ball, more than not against the Redskins. Even, if they start to stop us, of course, then we have to think about attacking them in the air where they're depleted as well. DJ Crown J, I have a good feeling about our Cowboys the rest of the season. I know. I agree. I feel like the Cowboys are definitely hitting their stride right now, guys. This is just the first step of their stride was the Niners. Let's see if we can continue this stride, this next step against the Redskins. This is a very important game. This is the most important game until the Eagle game, in my opinion. So We need to win this game. Rico injured. As I said earlier, yes, from earlier, of course, in the season, Weapon X88, Rico gathers has his concussion, still feeling effects of it as of today. So he was eligible to practice week 6, did not practice. He was eligible to practice week 7, did not practice. And, week 8, after this week is over, he's eligible to come back and be active. I think there's 2 or 3 week buffer. Probably will not see him back as of right now if he's still really, truly experiencing still issues from this concussion. So, again, maybe we'll see what happens with this Blake Jarwin move, how long he lasts on our team. And, again, with the Kellen Moore, guys, in case you missed it, he was cut, of course. Thank goodness. Quarterback Kellen Moore was cut and released. But 24 hours later, tomorrow, at around 2, 3, 4 o'clock Eastern time, 2, 3, 4, 8 p.m., whatever, you're going to see Kellen Moore probably re-signed by the Cowboys to our practice squad. Keep that in mind. He still has some eligibility left. And then maybe the Cowboys, if for no other reason, want to re-sign him just to keep him from giving away some of our game plan to other teams out there. So maybe that's a good idea to at least re-sign him to the practice squad, all the way back over there where you belong or worse. So Kevin Bilbo says, let's go Cowboy Nation. Let's get loud Sunday, beat those Deadskins. I agree. There's going to be a lot of Cowboy fans there. It's going to be a loud, raucous place as well with Redskin fans. So guys, whoever's out there, Mark Holmes, Space Cowboy, or everybody else who's out there, Football News, you guys out there, make sure you're loud for the Cowboys represent. Yes, like the stream if you haven't already, guys. Hit that like button. Make sure. I only see like 4, and I've seen like 18 people in here. So hit that like button, guys. Hit subscribe if you're new, and hit the little notification bell if you haven't. What's up, Bobby J. Johnson? What's up? Good to see you in here. I know poor Chido with his injury, he still did not practice yet. He's been very, very limited to sideline work. Old school. I know. I agree. Hold them down. We gotta take advantage of this right now with their injuries. And I agree. This is not. We're not dancing here. We're not singing. We're playing football, and we need to attack them at their weak spots, which is right now where they're injured. So, guys, quickly, let me run through some of my picks. As I said, for this game tonight, with 8:48 left, Baltimore Ravens are winning 10-0. I'm going to give you my picks. I already made my picks actually before this game started, but I picked Baltimore Ravens over the Miami Dolphins. I already explained why. Very close game. I do think it was going to be closer than this. I have the Minnesota Vikings at Cleveland Browns. Sorry, Cleveland. I take Minnesota Vikings on that game. Atlanta Falcons at the New York Jets. I would love to see the Jets win that just to help the Cowboys out, but I think the Falcons do bounce back and win that game. But it's not a sure thing anymore with the Falcons and with the Jets. Carolina Panthers at Tampa Bay. And that's a tough pick, guys. With the way Cam Newton plays, he bounces back. He has a good week, a bad week. I think this is his good week. I think so. So I think I took the Carolina Panthers. Chicago Bears at the New Orleans Saints. And the Bears can hang. They have a good defense, but their offense is just too woeful. New Orleans wins. They beat the Bears. Cincinnati Bengals at the Indianapolis Colts at the Cincinnati Bengals. And I don't know, the Bengals defense can do some things, so I'm going to take the Bengals defense at home. Although Brissett's playing fantastic, so much love, much respect for him, for everything, where he's come from third string New England at the beginning of the season, basically, or right at the end of the preseason, to being a starter in Indianapolis. And he's done really well, better than I thought he would. So congrats to him, but Cincinnati wins this game, in my opinion. Now, the Chargers at the Patriots, guys. I think the Chargers are a much better team than people give them credit for. I'm afraid a little bit about Thanksgiving and that game. But I do think that the Patriots, even though their defense, and I know they lost DeAndre Hightower for the year, but I think they still pull it out with Brady, with Belichick, and the way they do their thing on offense, mainly. Obviously, that's where they had a good week last week on defense, I will say. But Chargers are going to hang in with them, but I think the Patriots do win. Oakland Raiders at the Buffalo Bills. Even with Derek Carr back there, even with Marshawn Lynch suspended, but I'm not really putting too much weight in that. I think the Bills just are the real deal on defense. I think they're the real deal in the way they're game planning for teams with LaShawn McCoy. I'm not really a fan of their quarterback, Taylor, but I like their game plan and I like their defense. So I'm taking Buffalo over Oakland this week. Now, of course, here's where I'd love to see the biggest upset, guys, and go Niners. But San Francisco at Philly. Philly's going to win this game as long as they do what they've been doing. Now, there are that weak spot of Jason Peters. I want to definitely keep an eye on that. That is a 1 o'clock game. I think it's a 1 o'clock game. So keep your eyes open and peeled for that, guys, because I do think that is you know, there's always a chance for upset when you're dealing with any of our NFC East foes. Dallas Cowboys at the Washington Redskins. Now, you know who I'm going to pick. I'm picking the Dallas Cowboys. And you heard all the reasons why I think the Cowboys are going to win. So, not have to rehash that, but Cowboys over Washington. We'll go through my score on Saturday night when I do the stream through Madden. I'm going to tell you why and what the score I think will be. I really haven't thought about it as much right now, but I think if we play the way we did against the Niners, even in Washington, I think we win 31-21 at worst. If we play the way we've been playing against the Niners. If we play, you know, somewhere in between that and the Packers, then I think it'd be something like 28-24, something like that. Close game. But Cowboys win either way. Remember that. Now, Houston Texans at the Seattle Seahawks. Would love to see Houston win that game. Seattle's defense is too much. I hope they don't win it. It's in Seattle, so it's going to be tough for Houston. So I'm going to take Seattle Seahawks, but I hope go Houston on that one. And then, guys, the Sunday night game, Pittsburgh Steelers at the Detroit Lions. It's a tough game to pick, too, guys. I just think that the Pittsburgh's defense is going to do it for them, is enough to hold the Detroit down long enough and give Le'Veon Bell, give Big Ben, even though he plays horrible on the road, give them enough time to score enough points on Detroit and win that game. But that could be an upset. That Detroit can win that game. We're rooting. I know as a Cowboy fan, I'm rooting for the Pittsburgh Steelers in this game because that only helps us if Detroit keeps losing, especially to an AFC team. And then Denver at Kansas City. I know KC's got a 2-game losing streak, but I am still taking. They're going to bounce back this week. Denver is not that great of a team, but they do have a very, very great defense. When they're away, they're a different team. I'm hoping that's not going to be the case next week when they play at Philadelphia. It's going to be tough for them, but I think that they can attack the Peters situation with the Philadelphia Eagles, and that's next week's story. This week, I think Kansas City is a little bit better off on the front line, and I think they'll be able to handle the Broncos and win on Monday night. So, and next week, guys, I think there's a Thursday night game, Buffalo at the Jets. I'm taking Buffalo, but that's a whole different story as well. I'm not talking about that week right now, but I just want to throw that out there so it's on footage and recorded. Yes, I take Buffalo over the Jets next week as of right now. So, thank you all for watching so far, guys. There's a whole bunch of 18 in here. Hit that like button, guys. Don't forget. And make sure you hit subscribe if you're new. Hit the notification bell, not for my health, for your health, guys, to make sure you guys get our streams. We do them daily, nightly, whatever you want to call it. We do them every single day, and or we try to. As I say that, I'm prefacing that by saying that tomorrow, since we're almost wrapping this up, I'm going to get some more questions from you guys right now, and then we're going to wrap it up because I really needed to get off of here a little bit sooner than usual. But hit that like button, guys. Hit subscribe if you haven't, and all that stuff. Let me see here, guys. Those are my picks for Week 8. Please go back and check it out if you haven't already. Let's see here, guys. Look some of these questions up. Let's see. Cowboys 42 old school. Okay, that's where I love it. Anthony Mixon. You think Josh Norman will play against Dez? No. Anthony Mixon, I think Josh Norman will be against someone like T. Will because he's not 100%. I think Breeland will probably play. I think he's a safety, Breeland. But either way, I think that they'll have somebody else on Dez Bryant. So either way, I think that they still will be looking at him, doubling him at times. You know, maybe safety moving over, rolling over to his side. That's we Cowboys and Dak and Garrett and the whole offensive coordinator and offensive team has to look for that and attack. When we see that happening consistently in a game, Dak's going to look for that, and he sees the corner rollover. I mean, the safety rollover to Dak to Dez's side, and maybe favoring him a little bit. You got to have other guys open, and Dak will know that, and he will hit them when need be. Let's not throw every single down, guys. What's wrong with Chido? Bobby J. Johnson, his hamstring, guys. His hamstring since the beginning of the season keeps acting up, so that's unfortunate. Chido did not practice 2 days in a row. Space Cowboy 17. I'll be there in Washington with Mark Holmes. That's right. And Scooter Magruder, awesome, guys. Scooter Magruder is in Central Florida area as well. So, Space Cowboy, if you see him, tell him to hit like on My Cowboys Family. And we need to hook up, him and I, because we live like 10 miles from each other. I just don't, I'm just saying we live 10 miles. We probably live within 10 to 30 miles from each other. And it'd be really cool to do some kind of a link up with him. I love what he does. It's really funny and it's clever. It's smart. I like it. So Space Cowboy, put a good word out for my Cowboys family and make him aware of us at least. So you know, because we are in the Central Florida area, guys. So and so is Scooter Magruder. That's really cool to know. So that's awesome, Space Cowboy. I'm looking forward to the video and pictures from your little venture out there. DJ Crown J, Dez will score twice Sunday. Ooh, I like that. I like that. That's why you're a contributor. I like that. I might have to pop on my Dez jersey. Usually we lose when I wear my Dez jersey, but I have a good feeling. I have a good feeling this week. Buffalo wins. That's Cowboys 42 says that. Yep. I think the Eagles lose this week against the Niners. It'll be tough, but anything can happen. That's why they play the games. Cowboys 42. Space Cowboy says the Eagles got a tough road schedule. Exactly. I've said that multiple times. Very tough road schedule for the Eagles. The last, let's see, I think they get like Oakland, Seattle, and the Giants. like 3 in a row, guys. The Eagles get right after they get the Bears, and they're easy. The next 4 games, the next 5 weeks, they got a bye. They get a home game against the Niners, a home game against the Broncos, home game against the Bears, and in between that they get a bye and they play us in Dallas. Outside of that, then they go at Oakland and at Seattle and at New York, and then I think they finish with 2 home games, but they end with us, Big D, in Philly. So keep that in mind, guys. Green Gamer, what's up? As we just start talking, and we've been talking about your Eagles. Congrats so far on winning the first quarter of the entire NFL and postseason. Good job. No, much respect for your Eagles, though. I would be happy. I'd be thrilled if I was you guys, and I know you guys are. So congrats. Can't wait to see you guys in a couple weeks. Big pass in the end zone, guys. It's incomplete. 13-0 right now. Baltimore's winning with 5:28 in the second quarter. Hyde will kill the Eagles. I hope so. 42. Cowboys 42. I hope so. DJ Crown J, who thumbs down this video? I know there's always one guy here who loves us so much that he has to give us a thumbs down every single time. So it's all good. It's all good. And again, guys, I do want to make a couple of kind of cool little mentions. First off, I hope you checked out that video. For some reason, they didn't let me monetize it. I don't know if it's because of the audio, because all our videos are monetized, and all of a sudden we're starting to get all these things that are coming out now. Now they're ripping out the ads in them, so that kind of hurts. But there's that video I put up there. It kind of it's like not viral at all, but I'm just saying it kind of looks. It definitely is a posted video, a created video. It wasn't a live stream. I posted it last night, late or early this morning. And it's my mother, you know, watching the game. She's always got comments here, left and right, you know, coming out. And I figured I asked her if I could film her for a little bit. You know, that's the way she is all the time, guys. So I hope you got to enjoy that. A whole bunch. I think we're over 300 already viewed it. So thank you if you guys have viewed that. Hit that like button for that as well. And you'll see my Cowboys family, you know, Mama. You'll see her or Grandma, I guess you'd say at this point. You'll see her in some more videos, I'm sure, throughout other sporting events as well. She loves all sports, guys. I got this from my mom and my dad, so you know we love all sports. So that's one thing I wanted to make a mention of. Of course, we're gonna have my Cowboys family Madden games being played. So guys, if you are on that whole, you know, on the Madden 18 PS4 redraft franchise league, make sure you guys get your games played. If you play each other, send each other messages, whether through here comments or through the PS4. If you guys want to join the league, my gamer tag, send me an invite, a friend request, and I'll send you a league invite. Purple_football7, that's mine. So send me that information, and I can get you in the league. We still have about 10 or 12 spots open, but it's filling up, guys, and we're already in week 3. But this is a 25-year league, so keep that in mind. We got it forever. So Cowboys 42 says that Miami comes back to win tonight. We'll see. I'm still saying Baltimore wins it. I think he just shanked the field goal. Yep. So the Dolphins are not looking good. OMFG, what's up? Miami loses by 30. OMFG Google, what's up? And Jason Paya, D Moore was released. He's trying out with Seattle. Yeah, he's going back to Seattle now. Isn't that something? So, guys, let me see what's going on here. I hope I really filled you guys in on everything. If you did miss anything, make sure you go back and rewatch the beginning of this. Again, check out the videos that I posted from yesterday. Check out the one with my mom and the World Series game 2. That was interesting and fun. I'm just rooting for the. I don't have a team in baseball, guys. I don't really watch baseball, but I do watch the World Series. I do watch, I watch all the sporting championship events pretty much. So. All the major ones, at least. So, we definitely watch the World Series, and I just want to see the Dodgers win. I really don't care. My mother wants to see the Houston Astros win. She doesn't like the Dodgers because they moved. out of New York, where we were originally from, out of New York to LA. So she's like traders, you know, whatever. So she said she's going for the Houston Astros. That's it. I like Puig. I think he's awesome. I like the way he plays. I think he's a little bit weird, you know, but we're all from the same heritage. You know, my mother is Cuban, so there's a link there. So guys, anyways, I've been rambling on and on and on and on and on. You guys are pretty good. I see you guys have pretty much asked away everything. Hit that like button again if you can, guys. Make sure you guys hit subscribe if you are new and have not subscribed yet, and hit the notification bell so you get these, guys. Sup. Again, guys, and a reminder for tomorrow, we're going to probably do 1 or 2, you know, go lives. It's probably not going to be as interactive as this. It's not going to be an interactive chat like this. It's going to be like probably a 5 or 10 minute go live, maybe once or twice tomorrow. We have a Stranger Things marathon, Stranger Things Part 2, second season marathon with the kids, with little G and little J, myself and fiance. We'll be doing a family night tomorrow. It's going to be a whole marathon starting at like 5 or 6 in the afternoon here in the East Coast. So you won't hear from us all after that point pretty much. Like I said, guys, maybe in between I'll take a break and any information that came out, I will pass along to you guys in a quick, you know, go live video. So it's important you hit that notification bell. Make sure it's turned on. So that's tomorrow's plan. You know, we're going to do a Halloween special, something special for Halloween when we go trick-or-treating. Do a little quick go live then. But then I go backtracking a little bit. Saturday, guys, we're going to finish up our little marathon of Stranger Things season 2. And then that evening, I'll get you, we'll be doing some kind of live stream on Saturday night. Obviously, it's going through the Madden 18 game, which you all can still watch through here on YouTube. And I'll be talking through the microphone, and you'll be seeing the players on the field the way it's going to look with all the injuries accounted for both the Redskins and the Cowboys. You'll see me playing it out and talking about both sides and other keys to this game. So I'm looking forward to this Redskins game. We've got to beat them to the ground. And let's just hope that the way what we've seen against the Niners is continued and continued and continued. Because if we do that, guys, sky's the limit. There's no stopping us. So let's see what happens, guys. 1 week, you know, week by week, guys. 1 week at a time. Let's see what happens. Of course, after all that, guys, after Saturday's live stream through Madden for the Redskin Cowboy breakdown video, of course there'll be on Sunday it'll be the game day live stream, guys. Washington Redskins and Dallas Cowboys. You're gonna see all of us, myself, fiance, little J, little G. We're gonna be watching this game. We're gonna be probably ahead of the stream, so definitely want to keep up watching through here on Sunday afternoon. It's a 4 o'clock game for us here on the East Coast, late game. So get all your stuff ready, guys. It's going to be big. Next time you'll see this face, it'll be tomorrow for a couple quick go lives. But next time you see me in one of these chats like this, it's going to be with the fam, and we're going to be doing the Redskins, you know, fail to the Redskins. You know what I mean? So let's make sure we take them down, guys. All right. Anything else, guys, before I jet out of here? I see OMFG says Miami Bills, Jets all lose. Pat sitting pretty. We'll see. We'll see. You saw my picks, guys, and you know, I stand by them. Last week I was 13-2. Very proud. So, guys, this game's just about at the half right now. Flacco got injured, and he's going to the locker room. But there's 3:04 left. It's 13-0 Baltimore, and I think Baltimore's driving. So, anyways, guys, I'll leave you with that. Check back for the picks. Check back for the news. We'll see you guys tomorrow in a couple go lives, breaking news stuff. So hit the notification bell. If you're new, hit subscribe. If you have not yet hit like, please hit that like button. Thank you so much. And you can always donate, guys, by watching the ads. If no ads, that means that they are not monetizing us for whatever the reason YouTube has. I have no idea. And guys, if you do want to donate directly, there's a Patreon account. You can see it here on the scrolling thing below me. And also in our description is the Patreon account. You can go there and contribute that way as well. So we appreciate everything you guys do, including the content and the likes and the views and everything you guys do for us here on this channel. And guys, I'm ready for this Redskin game. Let's do this, guys. All right? Take care, guys, forever. What's up, San Diego Views? How you doing? Ancient Brooks, Amy Can Fly. Yes, I know. Flacco got rocked. Thanks for all you guys joining here. Green Gamer, Cowboys 42, DJ Crown J, Cowboys Abroad, Space Cowboy 17. Don't forget, tell Scooter Magruder, guys, we gotta meet up. We're in the same Central Florida area, guys. So pass that information along to him there, Space Cowboy. I'll probably jump in your stream and remind you. Sometime tonight or tomorrow. Guys, take care. Thanks again for joining us. And as always, never forget the most important thing of all. when it comes to this channel. Go Cowboys! You knew it was coming, right? All right, guys. Good night. Take care. Now we'll see you tomorrow for a couple Go Lives. Peace out. Go Cowboys.